We're here at Finsbury Park. You can see the Emirates Stadium just in the background there, and I'm here with Jim, who's going to take us through how we're going to drive this train.
Yeah, so today we're going to take the train from here to London Bridge, and then we'll be able to use the automatic train operation, which you'll see and press the button.
Very, very excited, yeah.
All right, here's the train. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is obviously look at the diagram. So 37 we can see we're okay. So we can see the signal there. It's a proceed aspect, and we're looking at the screens here to make sure it's safe to close the doors, which it is. So press doors close, put it in forward. So once we've got interlock, check the signal again, and we're good to go. So for passenger comfort, we try not to take more than 40% power. So you can see that, about 40%. And then once we get above 5 miles an hour or so, we can then sort of feed in the power. But we've got to be conscious we're still going towards a red signal.
Yeah.
So we don't rush up to red signals where we can.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing the difference between how you drive it and how the ATO drives it as well. It's a bit more full throttle, isn't it?
So yeah, if this was in ATO, it would go 30 miles an hour towards the signal until the last possible moment it knows it needs to put the brake in at 60%-ish.
Yeah.
Right, so we can see there it's a change of aspect. So again, we just take it up to about 20 miles an hour. Right, so we can see ahead now that we've got a single yellow.
Yeah.
So we're basically following the train that just come off the fast line that's going into King's Cross.
Yeah.
So there's no point in speeding up, so we'll see if we can get that to go to green. But near that signal is where the first group of Balises are, and as the train goes over it, it energises this Balise and it receives information. So in this case, coming up here, you can see that they're in the forefoot there ahead of us. So that's the Balise. When they're brand new, they're yellow. And then what will happen is that the information off of there will tell it to contact the RBC. So there'll be a number for it to dial up, basically, to contact. And then other information can be contained with regards to position, ATO type of thing. So different elements that the train needs to know for it to conduct where it is in ETCS. And as we go in, you'll see near the signal that's coming up, which is green, we will get an acknowledgement that we have to, which is you're going to transition into level 2. So we have to press it. It's a yellow flashing box, and then ahead you'll see there's a cab board.
Oh, there it is.
And that's where we're transitioning to level 2. There we are.
Yeah, so that's offered to you.
Yeah, so that's now telling us we're now going to transition into level 2.
Yeah.
And when we pass that cab board, we've now got the planning area.
There you go. So
and
we've nice change there.
So we now got the hook, permitted speed hook here, and you can see here this is basically telling us where the end of authority is, or where our red signal is.
Yeah.
So
because we're there out in the bottom line.
That's it. So this is our position here at 0. So at the minute we have movement authority for just under 2 kilometres. Okay. So now we have the ATO button.
Brilliant. Right, I'll get this pressed.
Yeah. This is basically going to stop at the end of the platform, come to a stand, and then it will stop, release and open all the doors on the platform side.
That's so weird, isn't it, coming into a station like this at this speed?
That's it. When we first did this under testing with the team, it was a bit more rough and ready. So it was literally, it would stop at the last possible moment and accelerate with pure 100%. So it was, it wasn't tailored to passenger comfort, shall we say.
Yeah.
So the first time approaching a red signal when you're trained to approach at 15 to 20 miles an hour, was completely alien. And some of the advice we were given on the test track to begin with was like sit on your hands, because where the train's going to work, it's going to be outside of what you're used to, and it was a culture shock to begin with. But once you do it a few times and you build that trust with the equipment and you see it does it all the time, then it's actually quite an easy thing to get used to. And now it's not as rough and ready as it was when it was first deployed. It's actually, you know, it's been introduced to service. There's been a lot of testing, and it's actually a very safe system to use.
Yeah.
So now we've got ATO again offered. So what we do is we make sure the signal correlates with what we got there. Press the button.
Yeah.
And that's it. Away we go.
Heads off.
So you can see now the speed's increased, and we can see on the hook, because it knows exactly when the rear of the train went past the 30 mile an hour permitted speed.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, another 30, like you say, with the inbuilt safety, it tends to go just below that then.
So on here, so what will happen,
Yeah.
because we're in ATO, it works in kilometres. So
Okay.
50 kilometres is 32 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And because this was built for 24 trains an hour through the core, ATO is like 5 kilometres, so 5 kilometres less would be 29 miles an hour.
Right.
So it's actually safe for the train to travel at 32 miles an hour, but a driver would only be allowed to do 30 if they're driving it manual.
Makes sense.
Okay, so you can see here we've got a theatre box indication S. We're going on the snow hill, and if you look at the text pane in DMI, we've got route S, so that's telling us exactly where we're going.
Yep.
And if you look at the point work ahead, you can see that we're going to go off to the left, which is the S route, and then you can see the green signal, but we can't see any signals around the corner, but this is telling us that we've got the movement authority all the way, you see.
Yeah.
So 54, we're on time. So again, we check all that after we know we've got movement authority there.
Yeah.
So I'm just got on, so now we're okay to shut the doors. So once we've got the interlock, we check the signal, check that, and we're okay to go.
And is this is called a is it flue mark? Sorry.
Yeah.
There,
so we've got a full length unit and a reduced length unit.
Yeah.
So a full length unit is 12 coaches.
Yeah.
Reduced length is 8. And the reason why we have the stopping boards where we are here is because we have the disable access in the middle of the train, so it's both trains line up with that hump. That's what it is. Right, we're off here, chaps.
Nice.
Okay.
Just want to give a huge thank you to Govia ThamesLink Railway for allowing us access today, and thank you to Jim. Thank you for all
My
the
pleasure.
team. Yeah, that have helped us out. It's been absolutely brilliant. So
Absolute
yeah,
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you, everybody. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and for more Curator with the Camera content. Cheers.